little basics really. Yeah.
And what about when you're stepping up for a big auction? Do you practice in the shower or do you do some bathroom calls?
Oh, not really. No, I don't really practice a lot, to be honest with you. I sort of just it just all happens on the day, and you probably half an hour out before a big sale of cattle or something like that. You sort of it's time to shine. So no, not really practice because some people do, but I found I didn't have to practice, so I just sort of let it all happen.
Can you do a little bit of a mock one for us right now on the spot?
Can you want a mock one? Okay. Well, beautiful yard of black cows there, gentlemen. How much there can I make? Somewhere around the 230, 20 bid, 221, 222, 22. All done at 222, 221.2. They get a nip on meats number 3.
Fantastic. That's great.
That's the basic one.
On the spot. Now, what would you say has been one of your biggest highlights?
Oh, the biggest highlight would be announcing Sydney Royal. Yeah, because it's the greatest show on earth, in my opinion, and it's the largest show in Australia, and it's the most prestigious, and that's definitely a highlight for me. The career highlight is being asked to announce at Sydney show, without a doubt.
What was it like to make that leap from local shows to Sydney?
Oh, it was big, yeah. Yeah, I went down there in 2018 to do the rodeo, and it was on the Easter weekend. That's when they have the big crowds of 40+ thousand there in the stadium, and it was an eye opener.
Oh, I guess
but you don't get a feeling anywhere else like it when you're announcing. It's the best. It's the greatest feeling. It's an honour to be there, and a lot of great people have come before me, and it's great to be there.
Have you noticed more young people getting involved on the show circuit when you've been going round? Yeah,
there is. There's a couple of young announcers in Queensland that are doing a few shows, and whether they've been announcing at beef events or wood chopping. I definitely seen younger people coming in, yes, and there should be more of it. And it's the show movement in Australia will only survive if the next generation come forward.
It has been a difficult couple of years off the back of the worst droughts in living memory, and then rolling into COVID. How do you see shows moving forward this year?
Yeah, well, it's not easy out there, but there's still all shows that I went to last year. They all had record attendance, record people through the gate. So people still want to come and go down and the sideshow alley with the wonderful showmen that we have on the show circuit, check out all the wonderful exhibits, beef cattle and all the ring events. But yeah, it certainly has been challenging, but hopefully we just keep moving forward and things will work themselves out. We're a pretty resilient bunch on the show movement, so we've just got to keep moving forward. But people should support their local show because it is truly a unique once-a-year experience, and we've got to keep the show movement alive.
What would you say to anyone who's thinking of picking up a microphone or getting involved in their show, even if it's not necessarily announcing, just getting involved?
Look, the show movement, as you know, is the largest volunteer organisation in Australia. So, look, give it a go. As a gentleman said to me once, give it a go, you never know. So if you're interested, there's so many wonderful people that will help you and guide you, and you never know, it could lead to a big career.
Can you still believe that this has become your career after sort of stumbling into it?
Oh, not really. No, it's I never had plans to do as many shows as I probably do now. But you take every opportunity that you get, and it doesn't happen overnight. But if you persevere and keep working at it, doors open. That's one thing about it, doors open. And the one thing about on the show circuit, going to shows and events, you meet so many wonderful people. I know people from Melbourne right through to Darwin and everywhere in between. Every town that I go through, I can always stay with someone because they've always got a bed, and you meet so many wonderful people. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
And I guess you're on the road for a lot of the year. Just talk us through what your calendar looks like coming up.
Yeah, well, I'm in a Tenterfield show next Saturday, and then I've got 2 weeks in central Queensland with work, and then I'm back to Tamworth for a 4-day show jumping event, and then the middle of March we're off to Toowoomba Royal and then Sydney Royal, and then basically from Gympie right through to Cairns between the month of May till the end of July, and in between with work as well. So, it sort of May to August is probably my busiest time.
Do you ever get a break?
Oh yeah, some days you do. Yeah, some days you just like to have a bit of time to yourself. And, but yeah, no, it's pretty full on. If I'm not at a show, I'm pretty well either doing a bit of auctioneering work or selling cattle in the paddock, and spending a fair bit of time on the telephone.
I guess if we can encourage more show announcers out there, would that help lighten the load for a lot of you out there? Or are you prepared to release the reins on a few shows? Or
oh yeah, look, there's plenty of shows in Australia, Australia wide. So there's plenty of work for everybody really. But some people, with work commitments, they can't get away all the time. It's probably lucky that with my work, I can sort of it works. Works in together a little bit, but yeah, definitely there's a lot of shows out there. So a lot of opportunity for people to get their start as a show announcer if they want to go down that path, or beef cattle announcer, or wood chopping announcer. There's so many different aspects to the show that you can do, and I think if you want to be a good show announcer, in my opinion, you've got to be able to announce everything from the wood chop to the cattle. If you can do a little bit of everything, it's very good, I think.
What do you find what was the hardest part to learn? Judging flowers or the poultry?
Probably they're all not too bad. Like I probably found those not less events, but those events that I don't really know much about, like chook judging and the flowers and all that. They were probably they were a little bit different to learn, but that's where you sort of just hand the microphone to someone that knows a lot about them, and they can sort of talk the people through it, and then you're reading the names of the winners and place getters, really. But you learn as you go. But calling wood chopping and show jumping and all that, they're great events too. They're great events, and you can sort of get the crowd involvement in some show jumping events. A lot of the most shows, they always have great show jumping. It's a proud Australian sport over here, and everybody likes a great 6-bar event. So yeah, that's always good at the end of a big day to announce a 6-bar.
And I guess research. Would that be your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, look, research is it is a key. Yeah, definitely. If you can prepare well, it does make your job a lot easier when you get there.
What do you love more? Do you love rodeos, show, auctioneering, or
no,
all the same?
I like the shows and rodeos. It's I love announcing a show. And then the other day I done a rodeo in Tamworth. I hadn't done a rodeo for a fair while, and it was great to be back there because I haven't seen a lot of those people for a long time, and it was a great night. So I like doing them both. Yeah, they're both great events.
I guess, what would you say to someone who just wants to give it a go? It might not be for them, but would you encourage people just to have a crack?
Yeah, look, you don't know until you try, do you? There's been plenty of people there at different rodeos that I've seen that have started announcing, and then, with a bit of persistence and determination, they make a little bit of a career out of it. Not that they probably want to make a full-time career out of it, but, every couple of months they might call a rodeo in the local area, which is good because the rodeos are a bit like shows. There's plenty of rodeos on, so one announcer or two announcers you can't do them all. You can't be everywhere.
Exactly. That's why we need more people to get involved. Yeah. So thanks so much for your time today, Jake. It's been great to get your insight.
Good on you. Thanks very much for the telephone call. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's all now from here at the Show Announcers Academy. Thanks again to my guest, Jake Smith, and all our partners in this series, Agricultural Shows Australia, with sponsorship from the Australian Government, the Department of Agriculture, Water and the Environment, as part of their Landcare Smart Farms and Capacity Building program. We hope to see you all at a show near you soon. Thanks for today.